So I'm gonna go ahead and just make a separate video for this whole entire thing because there are so many questions and there have been so many comments in the Instagram video that I posted, and I just thought it'd be better for me to do a story time to explain it in its entirety. So pretty much where everything starts off is I was just up with the guys at Top Rank doing a photo shoot with their Mark IV Fast and Furious tribute car. Once we finished, I headed home. I was in Ontario. I live in San Diego. They're about an hour and a half away. So I was driving home. I was on some just like normal back roads. Wasn't speeding. The speed limit was probably like 55. I was going like 35 in the flow of traffic. Wasn't being loud, wasn't being obnoxious, was literally just trying to get home. That's where this clip begins.
We stay posted with the police. We besties out here. We ain't got no enemies. We only got friends. Ain't that right, baby?
The cop like looks like he's 100%. This cop is like sussing me out really hard and I'm playing it really cool. Oh my gosh. This cop is sussing us out so ridiculously hard, boys. Is he gonna stop us? I don't know. They are following, he was in front of me at that intersection and he purposely waited for me to pass him and he's just tailing me right now. Good thing the Supra is super quiet, kind of. Well, it is very quiet. We'll see if he stops me or they say anything, I don't know. So at this point, I was pretty on to the cop. He was on to me. We both knew each other's presence. And as you kind of hear me say in the video, I'm like, it's a ticking time bomb. It's a matter of time. I'm gonna get pulled over. And you know, the car is the most tame out of all of my cars. So I was kind of like, well, what is he gonna get me for? Let's just pull over.
I think he's gonna pull us over. He stopped like a million feet short of this light, parked right next to us, like behind us. My guess is that he's searching the plate right now, and like I want to like look at him, but I feel like if I look at him, we'll just be suspicious. Don't 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 be suspicious. Oh, he's getting behind us. All right, boys. I think we're about to get pulled over. Let's watch those lights. Like, ugh. I'm not here just assuming he's gonna pull us over. He's like on walkies right now, talking to someone. And there it is, we're getting pulled over.
Follow the road for 3 miles.
We called it. All right, boys, let's see what we got this time. Oh, here we go.
How's it going, man?
Good.
Hey, the reason I'm pulling yours is the tinted windows you have over here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, can I see your license and registration real quick?
Absolutely. I'm gonna go my...
Can you pass that over to my partner?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna open my glove box for my...
And whose car is this?
It's my car, sir.
All right, so this is kind of where it got pretty interesting pretty quick because I've never had an officer grill me this hard. Actually, I lie because when I got pulled over with this car like 3 weeks ago, it was pretty aggressive, but I really felt like interrogated, and he had every right to ask every question, and in no way am I shaming or bashing on this officer. This officer was doing his job, and you know, that's what they're there for. And this video isn't me talking bad about anyone or about the police force. I'm a huge supporter. I love what they do. I'm just sharing my experience with this pullover because it got so much traction.
Here is the registration and the proof of insurance.
Perfect, thank you. What year is this thing, man?
2020.
2020. Yeah. How long have you had this car? Just a few weeks?
I actually was one of the first to get it from Toyota, so I've had it for like 2 months or so, but they're generally just been released from.
This just came out?
Yeah, like literally
What
burnt.
does this thing run?
It's 91. It's
91,000?
It was clear he didn't know what the car was. He had never seen it before. He had asked questions about that. And he mainly was just asking questions about the modification. Here's an example of some.
Wait, run as in like, oh, price. I thought you meant like gas. No, it's 60,000 spec'd out from Toyota. It's the Supra. So if you ever remember like the Mark IV Supra, the 90s, that's this car, but they made it 25 years later. So it's like, just came out.
So did you add this whole kit out here?
Yeah. The car is dressed up for the Universal Fast and Furious 9 movie coming out in 3 months.
And then it leads to where I always get really uncomfortable. They question if I've ever been arrested, if I have a criminal background or anything like that. He asked those questions and then soon followed up with asking me to exit the vehicle and to pop the hood.
Have you ever been arrested before?
I have not.
Not a probation before or anything?
Absolutely not.
What happened with the all these drill holes? Though?
The what?
These holes.
The holes are to, that's the holds on the over fenders on the car.
Did you get his registration and insurance? Registration and insurance? Hey, can we see what you got underneath the hood?
Absolutely. Can I get out of the car?
Yeah, absolutely.
At this point, it gets really hard to hear our conversation, but I threw in some clips just so you guys could kind of hear the questions that he was asking. He saw the engine. I guess he was expecting to see a 2JZ swap, big single turbo with a big V-mount intercooler or something. I'm not quite sure, but the Toyota Bay is stock. After that, he told me to go stand by his car and wait there while they go over the car some more.
So you added this kid right here?
Yes, sir.
Where you off the now? What tires, man?
Arch plates. It's fifth wheels.
Around this time, I didn't know it, but there was someone who watches the videos that was at the gas station that started filming it. And in that clip, I'm standing there with my hands behind my back as I was told to, and just watch.
Man, they got TJ Hunt out here getting in all kinds of trouble.
So this is where I think a bunch of the internet was like, they literally have TJ handcuffed right now, because in the video it does look like I'm handcuffed, but I was just doing what I was told, standing behind and, you know, just waiting for the officers to finish whatever it is they were looking at. Now, during this conversation where I'm standing there like that, he was asking questions that were really like, I guess he was trying to get me to like say that I'm a street racer or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but it was questions like, what's up with the tires? And I was like, well, those are R888s. I think he wanted me to say, oh, those are like some illegal like street racing tire or some illegal like race tire that can't be on the road, which it's not. Questioned me about the wheels, and I'm like, well, the wheels are bigger than what they normally are, and so that's what they look like, which that's not illegal. And then he asked me about the body kit on the car and why I had that, and I was like, oh, well, we put an aftermarket kit on the car and it looks really cool. And again, it questioned me about the bolt holes on the car. You know, went through a slew of different types of questions that ultimately at the end, I think after they searched my name, my history and all this stuff, they're like, oh, we don't have anything on this guy, we have no reason to keep him here, and they let me go, which was very awesome. And he told me to take care of my window tints, which I will, and I was on my way.
Oh my God. What's up, bro? Hey, did you get a picture with the cop car behind it?
I got a snap of it.
Do you have a good picture?
Not really.
Oh, like a snap of it, like you got it on tape?
Yeah.
Do you have it still?
Yeah,
Is it a decent photo? I was literally vlogging right
now. I was like, what the Sorry.
It's all good. Moral of the story, boys, he let me go. Pretty cool, I'll tell you guys in a second.
So at this point, I actually called some of my other police officers that I'm friends with, and they said that they believe why I was treated the way that I was is in Ontario, there's a pretty heavy street racing scene and gang affiliated scene with cars out there. That's what I'm told. So if that's true, I don't know, but that would make sense as to why they were asking me where I was from, why I was here, which I was like, I explained to them that I was there taking photos, and they were really curious to know why I was in this area if I'm from San Diego, which I guess kind of makes sense if you're talking about like gang affiliated like colors, I guess, and street racing. I'm not entirely sure, but maybe that's why that led to them asking some of those things, and I don't know. I can only guess at this point. Moral of the story is they let me go, and that was that. It's always very unsettling when you are in that position, because at the end of the day, you know, we're just out here trying to have fun with cars, but it is the name of the game, and I do just chalk it up to the game. That's kind of what you ask for. You know, some states are a little bit tighter than others, and I think California is one of those tighter states. But that being said, I choose to live here, so it is what it is. So then that leads me to this morning. This was a pretty funny coincidence. I think it's a coincidence. If this is a recurring thing, we're probably gonna have a problem, but I was driving here this morning through my neighborhood, which where I live, like, it's pretty relaxed. I've never had really any issue other than with that car but that was a special turn. But long story short is like on the way to work, we passed through a few areas that are really wealthy, and with that comes cars like this and whatever, and they're always modified, they're always tinted windows, and I think the cops are just like, no, that's just what's here, you know, whatever. What I'm trying to say is I don't really worry too much where I live. Like where I live, it's generally pretty safe with cops. So I passed by a cop at an intersection, turn left, I'm like, man, I'm just seeing cops everywhere at this Mark V. Drive up about like a minute up the road, and you know, he's nowhere near me. I thought nothing of it, and all of a sudden, like flying up behind me, I'm like, oh my gosh, like you have to be kidding. Like this is a joke at this point. Like this is not happening. At a stoplight, comes up on the way next to me, is like, roll your window down, okay? And he goes, that car is dope. Can I see it? Would you mind pulling over? And in my head, I'm like, I've been waiting for this moment my whole entire life. I've always heard of stories of cops like pulling you over to see your car and not like try to give you a hard time. And I was like, this is God trying to make up for yesterday. So I'm like, dude, absolutely. Pull over immediately, gets out of the car, and he was like, that car is awesome. I love Fast and Furious. That's super cool. He's like, I didn't mean to scare you or anything. He's like, I just wanted to see the car. And of course, I was like, dude, I'm stoked that that's the reason why I asked him to pull over. So we just started talking for a little bit, and he was like, yo, I'm one of the officers in the area that kind of monitors all this stuff. Cool, he was like a big fan of the car, and it was awesome. He was like, do you mind if I take some photos with the car? And I'm like, do you mind if I take some photos with your car? And he was like, dude, like, yeah, absolutely. So we got out of the car where it was safe and started taking some photos. Then I kind of told him who I was a little bit, and he was like, thought that was super awesome, got a photo with me. I was just driving this car, and I saw this officer come behind me. I was like, uh-oh, gonna get a little bit nervous here. And he pulls up next to me, and his name is John. And he was like, dude, that car is so cool. I just want to say what's up and see it, which was awesome. John was just like, yo, I just want to see your car. I think it's very cool. So pretty cool start to today's morning. And then he was like, can I post this on my Instagram? I'm like, can I post this on my Instagram? And it was just like a really cool moment. I posted a photo on Instagram. I saw some comments of people that are like, dude, that's an abuse of power. But I want to make it very clear. He didn't like come up behind me with his lights and sit behind me and like pull me over. He literally just got up to me and then asked, hey, would you mind pulling over? I want to see your car. He didn't abuse his power. I willingly did it to talk to him, and I was happy he did it. It was really awesome, and it kind of is like that faith restored in humanity moment, that not all officers are out to get you. And we kind of bonded a little bit. We exchanged our contact information. He's like, you ever have any issues, give me a call. I like monitor this area. And I was like, you just made my day, sir. Thank you so much. So shout out to you, very cool guy. And he just wanted some photos. That has been my experience with owning the Fast and Furious Tribute Mark V Street Hunter kit in 24 hours. I feel like Life of Paulus right now with this breakdown. Anyway, thank you guys for watching today's video. I wanted to make this its own separate thing because there were so many comments, and that video literally like exploded yesterday when it looked like I was in handcuffs. So I just wanted to take some time and talk about that because how cool is this moment? It's pretty neat, pretty neat. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. As always, peace out and keep moving forward.